and the stadium called Death Valley since the late 50s. The Gamecocks will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So LSU's offense will take the first swing of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
So South Carolina's offense will get the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Big fella moving. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And maybe he'll
the stuff there, Jesse, on second down. This little third to mid-range. You got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Got his man downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud. Reese and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Unloads to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Touchdown, Tiger! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Setting up for the extra, the fake, and a little shuffle. He's not going to get there. The defense standing tall on this 2-point conversion attempt, and we are still tied.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Makes the catch. It's Jacobs.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Looking deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Pulls it and fires to the left.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Catch in the middle. It's Harbor. Turning it on. The 30. Past the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anderson. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the left. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was is going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play. And that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Caught over the middle. It's Hunt. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. They'll try to pass their way in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop. And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill and be physical. They try to get on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a third down.
He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. They'll send out the kicker here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Nestled just inside that right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the Tigers are on the move. To the air on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Just got to finish the play. If you're the wide receiver, you got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit. It's second down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. Running through contact. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but, man, did they set up some field position.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house. And now
a shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly.
Touchdown, Gamecocks. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Back to pass on second down. Right on target this time. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game on fourth down, guys, but with this field position,
He fakes it. He's going to throw it. Looking down the middle. And the pass is incomplete, and the fake punt is a wash. You have an incompletion like that, you always think, why not just let the quarterback throw it? The element of trickery was afoot, and it didn't work. Good timing on the quick out. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
That's one that DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Gets rid of it. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, South Carolina. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, a quick strike.
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Throwing right. A strike downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Wants to throw on first down. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Trying to take it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wide receiver going in motion. He's taking the shot. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll throw it. This time he's got his man. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. And we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And the defense forced the quarterback out of bounds before he could get rid of it. Had to take the loss.
Well, as a quarterback, you've got to know when the play is over, and you got to mitigate your losses. That time, he was just trying to do too much.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. Now staring at a third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone. They're just treating the entire stadium as if it's 4-down territory. Odd decision here to go for it, 4th and very, very long. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Catch in the middle, it's Brown. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half.
And they're featuring this guy all day long. Now he's over 150 yards. Great job by the offense. This is a matchup. I'm going to take advantage. He's taking advantage of it all game long.
Boom. Snagged in the middle. It's Sharp. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42.
Man, you see those tight ends catch the football. You're coming up and try to get on the ground as fast as they can. They're such big athletes, though. You gotta pick your poison. A lot of times you try to go low, and they hurl you or put that hand down. Nice job.
Deep shot for the end zone. Snags it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Time to settle for the field goal. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hunt. All the way out to the 38-yard line, it's a gain of 15.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. And the defense, got him at the 27.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Here we go. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Going for the big play. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Let's go. Great place to start for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Jacobs. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's go. Double. Here we go. Wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. What a play by this defense. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Fakes to grab. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
He'll try to tack on one more. Looking for a man. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. Tripped up for the tackle. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
35, LSU, 15.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's Harbor. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Playing defensive back, to me, is one of the hardest things to do in all of sports. You've got to be able to run with a world-class athlete who knows where he's going. You have no idea. You can't interfere with him. You can't touch him or it's pass interference. That DB right there did an incredible job.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. And the Gamecocks come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll throw it from the red zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the punishment has been extended. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He put some heat on that one down the middle.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To throw, it's Nussmeier. Here comes the heat. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys? You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On 4th down, going to the air. Converts on 4th down, still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw again. Showing the arm strength to the left. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot.
It's a fake. Holder looking to throw. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes. After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the 3rd quarter and get it back with an onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
You know, momentum in college football is a real thing, and after scoring on their last drive and still trailing in game, the head coach decides to take a chance, roll the dice, go onside kick.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To the air, it's Sellers. Now improvising. On the run, deep down the right side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the play.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Looking to fire. Flips it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Off play action on first down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Offense calls a timeout here critically. To make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They'll be able to get off 1 more play before quarter's end. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Right down the middle. This time it's complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So first down will open up the final period. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires left. Got him downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window, and he did that right there.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns here, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. The 40. 20. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. With the run on 1st and goal. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Keeps looking downfield. Lets it go to the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing. And
he's got it on the outside. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. You string together a few games like this, and all of a sudden you're pursuing Jamar Chase for that single-season receiving record.
And pursuing some postseason hardware, too, baby. Like, you're trying to be...
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His 2nd big game-changing play in this football game.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Oh, he's got some space. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
LSU 21.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too.
He's going for it all. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the...
Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down into the 37. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with a now.
And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, go make those contested catches.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Gets it out quickly. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice. You want something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And Reese, I'm positive that that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep piling up those stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
That's caught. It's Bennett. There he goes. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game.